Hello again, it's eventfm.ie and we're here with lookmedia.ie and advocatefilms.ie as part of the Skoda INM Tour of Wicklow series, and we're looking at the history of cycling in Bray, and it's all in support of the Purple House Cancer Support Centre, formerly Bray Cancer Support, and that's where we are today. Joining me, it's Peter Crinion and Peter Doyle. We were talking about Ken Duff's pub, the memorabilia in the pub, and the people behind those success stories, these two gentlemen here. And we want to talk a bit about Bray Wheelers, which is kind of where it all began, really, with Joe Lockman in 1949. And Peter Doyle mentioned that prior to that, and some older viewers will remember Billy Wilde's shop in Bray. I think it's where Bannon Jewellers are now. That Billy Wilde's, and was it your grandfather? They were interested in cycling?
Yeah, the two of them were. The grandfather actually won a race from Donnybrook to Bray, and the cup is still around somewhere. And prior to that, or after that rather, Billy Wiles was keen on starting a cycling club, but it never materialised anyway. It was left to the late Joe Lockman to do that year.
And that was 1949?
Yep.
Yeah, and around what era would the two of you have become aware of Bray Wheelers and become involved?
I became aware of Bray Wheelers as a result of watching the Circuit of Bray race, which came along the seafront up to Putland, down the Herbert Road, and back onto seafront again. I think there were about 24 tours of that, which was quite extraordinary. 24 times up to Putland Hill.
First time,
And
not bad.
when I seen that, I thought, wow, these fellows are.
But I mean, it sounds like a very challenging course. As you say, the first time you do it, it's not bad. I said that Putland Hill is not much fun.
Yes. But then I became aware of the Bray Wheelers, and
But that event actually, it attracted top international stars.
it did, yes. Yeah, we had at that time a man called Dickie Bowles from Solihull CC and Harry Reynolds, a really top-class international rider. They would come over, and Keith McCartney, a couple of Australians, and it had a sprinkling of international riders.
So you're looking at these guys and you're going, you know, this is a really competitive field. These guys are at the top of their game.
Yeah.
I want to get involved here.
Well, that was great crowds turned out for that event along the seafront, and it had kind of a sister event also in Dunleary Grand Prix, which Dunleary was closed off and had a big Grand Prix there, and then they had the Bray race. I mean, thousands of people turned out to watch those events, and it was a great thing. And around the 6th of September every year, or the 9th of September every year, it was held, the end of the season. So a lot of people look forward to it.
And that event then became a Tour of Wicklow, is that right? And
Well,
No, that was always just the Bray race.
yeah.
And in my time, about 3 years after Peter won it in 1960, wasn't it?
1960.
I won it 66, but by the first time I rode it was 63, and at that stage it was held in mid-May, which was much nicer weather, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Middle of September you can get anything.
Oh, sure, we all know. Going back to school, September, what happens?
Yeah. So the Tour of Wicklow then, there was a Tour of Wicklow,
Yeah.
which was a standalone competition at the time, and that started in Ramwood, came down the long hill, went back around towards the waterfall, and went from the waterfall back up onto the Military Road. And from the waterfall, just after the waterfall gates, it was purely a sand road at the time. And I know that was crushed granite from where the workings were going on in Glencree. And that was quite a race that went then across to the Sally Gap and over Lugalaw. And 3 laps of that, or 4 laps, that was the original Tour of Wicklow.
And the club is still going from strength to strength, and to assist people who may be novices or beginners, they've got something happening every weekend?
Yes, from next weekend I believe. They have beginners, and anyone can participate, learn how to control the bike and all the little things involved in cycling. and it's open to, you don't have to be a member of the club, it's open to the public. So get along there.
So more information about that at braywheelers.ie, and the club still going from strength to strength, and that invitation is there to members and non-members alike if you'd like to come along.